What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with the Week 9 Minor League recap. Let's jump into it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Another great week of minor league baseball. We have some solid performances this week. If there's anything to really focus on this week, I think it's that we're starting to see more consistency with some guys that struggled last season that are top guys in these farm systems. They're starting to show that they are worthy of being these top prospects, and we're starting to see more consistency. So with that said, if you guys like this video, as always, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If I forgot anybody as I go through this video, dates for this video, the 28th through the 3rd. All right, everyone, let's jump into it. All right, our first player, again, Brock Porter. He's made the video pretty much almost every single week this season. He's been so good. Again, another start with no earned runs. That's 6 in a row with no earned runs. This week, he went 5 innings, was the most of any start this season. He had 7 strikeouts. He went only 57 pitches again. They're really keeping that pitch count low, but efficient, lots of strikeouts, only gave up 2 hits, pretty much unhittable. Another pitcher that continues to make these recaps, Frank Mazzucato, 10 strikeouts this week, and that's why I made the video. Did give up 1 earned run, but through 5 innings, through 89 pitches, 10 strikeouts. Strikeout numbers have been so good for him this season. This year, over 46 innings, 74 strikeouts. Both Porter and Mazzucato bring him up to high A. Next up, we have our youngest player in the minor leagues. He is 4 days into his 17-year-old life. Ethan Salas of the Padres. He's a freaky good defensive catcher. He showed in his first week that he can hit a little bit too. Over 5 games, 333 batting average, 546 on base percentage, 946 OPS. He had 7 walks. He had 1 extra base hit, which was his first hit in his professional career. He had 5 hits in 5 games. He also stole a base. So Ethan Salas, there's a lot of hype around him because he is super young, and obviously he's going to get some crazy good experience. Already playing professional baseball at that age. Going to be a guy to watch for sure. Next player up, Brady House. He's one of the guys I was talking about. Last year struggled, this year being very consistent. House this week over 3 games, 385 batting average, 429 on base percentage, 1121 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 5 hits in 3 games. He walked once. I mean, there's not much to say. He's definitely ready to go up to high A. I don't know why they're still keeping him at low A. I just don't really get it. I know he did struggle last year, but let's get him moving. And our MVP at low A is Justin Crawford. And if this sequence doesn't show that this dude is actually Carl Crawford's son, I don't know what is. Look at that dude. Crazy slides in the second base. Dude, he just does it all. And he got an infield hit there in that clip that I just cut off. But over 5 games this week, 455 batting average, no walk, so 455 on base percentage, 1227 OPS though. No home runs. He had 2 triples, 3 doubles, 10 hits in 5 games. He also stole 4 bases and had 4 RBIs. Justin Crawford, he's coming. He's coming. He's gonna be good. I mean, Carl Crawford is one of the best leadoff hitters for a very long time in the major leagues. Justin Crawford's looking like he's following his dad's path. Again, super young. He's only 19 years old. Our first player we're talking about at high A is Cade Horton, 7th overall pick in the 22 draft for the Chicago Cubs. Currently their number 2 prospect. This is a pitcher that's starting to demand the recaps. He's been pitching very well this season. This week, 4 innings, no runs, 9 strikeouts, over 73 pitches. Next up, Jackson Merrill took the long way to get a home run inside the Parker. Obviously gets away here from the right fielder. Makes it around pretty easily. Merrill this week over 6 games, 423 batting average, did not walk, 423 on base percentage, 1,000 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 11 hits in 6 games. He had 2 RBIs. He stole 2 bases on top of that. Jackson Merrill, he's not doing as good as he did last season. He just came out the gate swinging last year, but he's starting to look a lot more consistent. Next up, Dalton Rushing over 3 games, 364 batting average, 417 on base percentage, 1053 OPS. He had 3 doubles, 4 hits in 3 games, 4 RBIs. He walked once. Again, just a prospect that needs to go to Double-A. He's 22 years old. He's shown that he can play at high A. Why aren't we moving him up, Dodgers? I don't get it. And our MVP at high A, Jace Young, doing young things. His brother Josh is raking in the major leagues, and Jace is doing his thing down in the minors. Young this week over 6 games, 455 batting average, 552 on base percentage, 1415 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 10 hits in 6 games. He walked 4 times, had 8 RBIs, got beaned twice. Jace Young is back. He was in a slump going into this week, and he has officially broken out of it. Next up, Jack Leiter, and I want to throw it out there for the baseball card collectors. How does Jack Leiter not have a Bowman Chrome card yet? Like, I don't understand it. So weird to me. But again, this week, another quality start for Jack Leiter. So that's 5 in a row quality starts this week. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, over 80 pitches. Starting to look like the Jack Leiter that everyone wanted to see when he was originally drafted. He's doing big things. I'm super happy to see it. If we continue to see this, we might see him in the major leagues by the end of the season. We'll see. Next up, Colt Keith didn't actually win MVP, but still played well. Over 5 games this week, 350 batting average, 458 on base percentage, 1008 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 7 hits in 5 games, 6 RBIs, walked 4 times, stole a base. Move him up or promote him to the MLB. I don't know what these guys got to do. Like, these numbers are insane. Like, I just feel bad for some of these guys. Like, they're just being held hostage at this point. Diego Cartaya is pretty much unanimously the best offensive catcher still in the minor leagues. This was his 4th home run in 4 games. Cartaya over 6 games, 296 batting average, didn't walk, so that's the trend this week, 296 on base percentage, but a 1074 OPS because he had 4 home runs, a double, 8 hits in 6 games, 7 RBIs, did strike out 4 times, which isn't too bad in 27 plate appearances. Again, Diego Cartaya, love the bat. He's going to do big things. He's still only 21 years old. Next up, a crowd favorite, Pete Crow Armstrong. Just an absolute laser beam. I love his swing. The ball just flies off his bat. Over 6 games this week, Armstrong hit 348 with a 444 on base percentage, 1184 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 8 hits in 6 games. He had walked 3 times. He did strike out 10 times. I think that's been the biggest worry for me so far at AA for him, is he is striking out at a higher rate. But he did steal a base. He's only 21 years old, like just turned 21. Elite defense, like every single week, including this week, he makes like a crazy play in the outfield. Like, he's going to be at a bare minimum a Gold Glove caliber outfielder. Next up, Orelvis Martinez. At this point, he's starting to figure it out. He had 11 home runs in May. This is his 14th of the season. Like, 11 home runs in 1 month for someone that's 21 is crazy, especially in the minors. But Martinez over 6 games this week, 304 batting average, 407 on base percentage, 1190 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 7 hits in 6 games. He had 7 RBIs, walked 4 times, so still walking at a good rate. And I think that's a big thing. I talked about it last week. It's huge seeing Orelvis Martinez take walks because he's not, I don't know if he'll ever really be a batting average guy at this point, but if he's not swinging at bad pitches, chances are a lot better. And finally, Jordan Lawler makes the 2023 recap debut as our MVP at AA. Finally, his pop is so special. Like, that field is not small. That 375, and he barely poked that. It looked like a fly ball. Jordan Lawler, finally, thank you. He's struggled this year at AA. I don't know what the hitting coach is doing down there. Both him and Dave Vigion, both struggling down there. But this week, Lawler breaks out over 4 games, 438 batting average, 471 on base percentage, 1408 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 7 hits in 4 games, had 4 RBIs, walked once, stole a base. That is the stat line I've been waiting for. Hopefully he can replicate it in future weeks. But finally, doing a little bit of everything, Jordan Lawler, well-deserved. And then we have Triple-A. Quinn Priester leading us off, first rounder back in 2019, top pitching prospect for the Pirates. He's pretty good at baseball. Over 6 innings this week, 0 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, over 92 pitches. I'll be shocked if he's not in the MLB within like the next month or two. Like, shocked. Kyle Harrison, he's making every single recap. He's just unhittable. 2 starts this week, 7 1/3 innings pitched. He had 10 strikeouts. Yes, he did walk 6 guys. I know. Walk rate is there. But again, just people can't hit him. 200 batting average. I think that's like the highest we've seen against him. And it's 200. Like, oh my goodness. Did give up a 375 on base percentage though. And I think that's big to see that when pitchers struggle, they can still work out of it. Because even with a 700 OPS against them this week, 1.23 ERA. So, yeah, definitely walked a lot of people, but got the outs when he needed to. Still striking out people at a strong rate. Next up, Colton Cowser doing Colton Cowser things. I included him at the beginning of this video because he only played in 2 games, but of those 2 games, 800 batting average, 857 on base percentage, 2457 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 4 hits in 2 games. He had 3 RBIs, walked twice. Pretty much filled the stat sheet for what someone could do in an entire week in 2 games. I think Oriole fans are kind of getting frustrated. They're just ready to see Jordan Westburg. There's no reason why he shouldn't be in the major leagues at this point. Westburg over 7 games this week, 292 batting average, 393 on base percentage, 1060 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 7 hits in 7 games. He had 4 RBIs, walked 3 times. Like, he's been awesome this year. He's been awesome every week this year. I feel like he's been on almost every recap. The Orioles need to bring him up. Gunnar Henderson's struggling. They need to swap him out. I'm sorry. It has to happen. Next up, Mr. CES, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Anytime this dude barrels up a ball, it's getting smoked. CES this week over 6 games, 286 batting average, 464 on base percentage, 1083 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a double, 6 hits in 6 games. He had 10 RBIs, walked 7 times. Only struck out 3 times in 28 plate appearances as well, which is awesome to see. Because the big thing for him is controlling the zone. If he can control the zone, he's going to be so good. He's 23 years old, so he's on the older side. He's a college guy. That's why. But look what he's doing this season. He's in 342 with a 400 on base percentage, almost 1100 OPS. Next up, Luis Matos. He recently got promoted to AAA. First AAA home run is a beautiful Apo Taco. So it's safe to say he didn't skip a beat. This is one of the guys I was talking about at the start of the video. Both him and Brady House, I would say, were the 2 main guys that just struggled last year, especially Matos. He was so bad, and this season he's been so good. Oh, man, I wish I would have bought more of his cards in the offseason. I bought a couple, but nothing too crazy. I've been holding a few of his cards since he started playing and really did well back in 2021. But this week over 6 games, 533 batting average, 563 on base percentage, 1296 OPS. He had a home run, 3 doubles, 16 hits in 6 games. On top of that, he had 8 RBIs, walked twice, stole 2 bases. This is the Luis Matos that I was hyping up 2 seasons ago. Last year's struggles was so shocking to me. He's just so good. This year, his average exit velocity has jumped 5 miles an hour. He's averaging over 104 miles an hour off the bat this season. And his barrel rate's like 87% or something. Like something crazy. Bat to barrel skills, so good. And our MVP at AAA, Moises Gomez. He just hits home runs. Gomez over 6 games, 333 batting average, 407 on base percentage, 1491 OPS. He hit 6 home runs. The dude is crazy. He had 8 hits in 6 games, so 6 of his 8 hits were home runs. He had 8 RBIs, walked 3 times. He's only 24. Like, he's still not old. I don't know why. Like, I don't like including him in my lists because, like, the Cardinals clearly don't want to bring him up. Last year, he hit 39 home runs. He already has 15 this season. Like, they need to trade him or bring him up. Just do it. Like, clearly this dude knows how to hit the long ball. That's what teams want in the major leagues these days. Like, there's a spot for Moises Gomez somewhere out there. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the Week 9 minor league recap. Some really solid performances. Again, seeing Brady House and Luis Matos doing well makes me really happy. Especially Luis Matos, because I do have some of his baseball cards, so very happy there. I'm actually contemplating whether I should start selling or not, because how strong of performances he's doing. I'm not sure yet. I'm still on the cusp. I'm about 50-50 whether I'm going to start selling some of his stuff or holding until he makes his major league debut, which is honestly going to be really soon if he's putting up numbers like that in AAA. But other than that, great week. A lot of good performers. We've seen a lot of consistency with some arms down there in the minors this season, which is awesome. Super happy to see Jack Leiter pitching better. But yeah, that's going to do it for this week's video, everyone. As always, if you guys like this video, please get a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. The days for this week's video was May 28th to June 3rd. So if I forgot anybody, drop their name and stat line for those dates down below. All right, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your week. See ya.